What is ESG? ESG is an acronym for Environmental, Social and Governance. It encompasses the commitment of companies to uphold responsible sustainability. This entails addressing a spectrum of critical factors, including climate change mitigation, sustainability practices, biodiversity preservation, energy efficiency, waste reduction, and adherence to ethical standards. It involves promoting inclusivity, diversity, and equality within their workforce, supporting social initiatives, and ensuring that their values are reflected in their supply chain operations. It also measures an organization's transparency and accountability, and is used as a framework to ascertain whether an organization is financially viable and stable. ESG considerations are: how much does the organization care about the environmental concerns? How well does it reflect and support society? How well run is the organization? The governance dimension of ESG pertains to the internal framework of controls, practices, and procedures that companies employ to govern themselves effectively. It aids in decision-making, meeting the needs of stakeholders, and ensuring compliance with legal requirements. Governance is a fundamental requirement for every company's operation. Investors have exhibited a growing interest in specific aspects of ESG. They seek assurance that fund managers are investing ethically and are dedicated to combating climate change. Additionally, they strive to avoid investments in regions with poor human rights records. ESG investing is also known as sustainable investing, socially responsible investing, impact investing, ethical investing. ESG funds are mutual funds graded using ESG principles. ESG funds are not individual stocks. ESG funds are different from traditional funds because they constantly monitor performance to assess organization sustainability, measure financial performance and sustainability in the market, invest in industries and organizations that meet all the ESG criteria. ESG is not new. Muslims, Quakers, and Methodists have set up investment funds that chime with their ethical and religious beliefs for years, but now it's set to become the new norm. ESG regulations have a pervasive impact across organizations, spanning from boardrooms to product and service design, marketing and communications teams, and control functions like risk management and compliance. These functions must contend with escalating regulatory demands and assess the ESG-related risks associated with their operations. ESG has garnered increasing attention from both consumers and investors, compelling financial sector entities to adapt and respond. Recent developments: 1. Environmental activists temporarily forced the closure of nearly 100 Barclays Bank branches, urging the bank to reduce funding for projects and companies contributing to global warming. Protests by Greenpeace led to disruptions, including black ink being splattered on the Bank of England's facade, all motivated by environmental concerns. 2. In December 2021, the global assets under management in exchange-traded funds with publicly declared ESG investment objectives exceeded $2.7 trillion. The majority of these funds, 81%, were based in Europe, with 13% originating in the United States. During the fourth quarter of 2021 alone, these ESG-focused funds attracted $143 billion in new capital, underscoring the growing interest in ESG investing. Let's take a look at a scenario to check your knowledge.